Hello YouTube fans, here again. I thought I would talk about this film, came out in 1987, called Cheapest. That's right, Cheapest, shot in 1987. Based on the fruits, you've got this army of people, you've got like two girls and a couple of people on the run, sort of like an army. Now before you get there, you get one scientist, there's a knock on the door, she opens the door, your typical then it cuts, and then you get the arm of people. Now you do get some tropical acid rain, and they're trying to get away, and that's when they go into the same place where you heard that at the opening where a scientist gets it. So you get the idea it's your typical science fiction monster film, and it is. You got one guy and he wanders off, this weird thing sprays like a chemical in his face. That reminds me of Alien, but it sprays this chemical in his face. At first it's normal. And this bit always reminds me of Alien. Remember Alien where the guy and that alien comes out that guy's stomach? Reminds me of that, but a little bit different. It goes funny, his face goes all black and he explodes and dies. But when they die, it's sort of like sort of zombie films. They die, they turn into a monster, they attack you, they kill you, they turn you into a fucking monster. And that movie was called Cheapest, again, shot in 1987. Now, you do get a few well-known actors. You get one guy who's a bit of a pretty boy. You get another dude, not shy at ripping them off. You might remember in the movie I did a few weeks ago, Safford Steaks. She played in the original Return of the Living Dead. Definitely not shy in that, and she's not shy in this. Like a raunchy shower scene with her and this guy, a bit of nudity, a bit of excuse for bonking. But you get one actress in it, and I think I've seen her before. Think of a porn star called Ashley Tay. Say that again, Ashley Tay. Who was well known in the 90s, early 90s, and even today for being in porn, soft and hardcore porn. Which is like funny, she's a porn star in this film. She can't act to say shit. You can definitely tell this was before she had a boob job. But definitely nice to look at. She gets bit and killed half the way, turns into one of these zombie things and gets her head cut off. Good practical effects. I fucking miss them golden days of practical effects. So you've got this monster, it's going around, it's spraying people, it's turning people and killing them and turning them into monsters. You do get one, it's like a baby sort of one. You know, it's got like an opening tube and it's attacking people. But I've got to admit, man, it does have a surprising ending, this film. It has a surprising ending because you've got the lead girl in it who you think is going to be the lead girl, right? You got one of the big dock-off monsters, picks her up, and you got the idea, you don't see it, but you got the idea it bites her head off. And it's like, whoa, what the? Because you know what I mean? You never saw that coming. You never saw that blooding coming, so that to me, for that era, was a bit of a shocker for the film Cheapest. But you got one of the main lads who's the only one who survives. The only one who survives. So you've got basically typical science fiction monster film, you know, of the late 80s, you know, from 87. So it's based on the topical, you know, apocalyptic universe. You've seen them all before. They're getting away from this rain, they go into a lab, they've got monsters, what are they doing? They're killing people, and basically they're turning them into fucking monsters. That's your story. It's not a long film, but it's not really a bad one. If you want, you know, your typical, even though I don't like the word, I'll say it. Your typical cheesy monster cheats feats film. It's a good hour off your time. I mean, it's like a soccer to see the lead girl you think's going to be the lead girl get killed in such a horrific way. But it is, both people get sprayed. They turn into the cheapers, well, these monster things, and they kill people on the way. You know what I mean? They kill people. So you've got our main character now, the lad, the pretty boy, guy to say shit. He's the only one that gets out of it alive. You've got the porn star, Ashley J, like I say, in the porn era from the early 90s into today's era. It's just like soccer to see her in an acting role, but not really. Think about it. There was a lot of porn stars. Marilyn Chambers, she appeared in a film. So, I mean, there's a lot of other porn stars who've appeared in films. So, Ashley J, like I say, she gets her head cut off. The one you think's the leader, she gets her head bit off. But he manages to kill all the monsters anyway. The pretty boy, I call him Pretty Boy. He kills all the monsters, right? Kills them all. And you think he's going to get away. That weird baby thing guards the game. It looks like a fucking baby. He strangles it with its fucking opening tube. Thinks he kills it. Walks off. Then you try to get that typical jump scare, sequel bait fucking ending. It wasn't really needed, but for an hour of my time, I let it fly over my bald head. Rates up the baby alien thing. It looks at us, the audience. Pauses. End of fucking movie. End of movie. But for 87, you know, it's that era what I miss. I'm going to be open and I'm going to be honest. It's that era I miss, you know. Good practical, special effects, do some effects when it's needed to be, like the scene where the guy's dying and you got green slime coming out of his dossy and he's spitting slime in and slime there. And I mean, that's like good practical effects. So you do get a lot of good gruesome practical special effects. How I fucking miss them days of the golden days of practical special effects. I really miss them. I'm not lying. I miss them. So it's gruesome and it wants to be. The film, like I say, is not that long. Even though it sort of has a downbeat ending, because Bismarck the car just get killed and you only get one survivor. It's not one of them where I'm thinking, well, that was shit. It's not like the original 68 Night of the Living Dead where they all die. A cease in this, you get one survivor. You get one survivor. But to me, it's like, I'd felt it would have been better if the girl lived. You know, the one that played in Return of the Living Dead, the one that strips off, the one that played in Savage Streets, Linda Blair's sister. But in this, I mean, it's not a bad film. If you're going into it for nudity, you're going into it for blood and gore, you're going into it for violence, you're definitely going to get it, and in buckets. You've got good practical effects with the aliens. It's science fiction. You can definitely tell it's a low budget film. But this is it, right? Cheapest in 87, right? Why is it nowadays they don't make films like this anymore? I'm going to be open. And on art, why do you not make fucking films like Cheapers? Practical effects. Proper good practical effects. Isn't pussy out on the fires. Isn't PC pussified. Fucking do some. Doesn't overstay its welcome. Decent time of an hour. Now I do know you could find this on YouTube, and I think it was on Daily Emotions. If you're looking for the movie Cheapers, just type it in, and you'll probably see it remastered, totally uncut, all the blood, all the snot in it, everything a little boy likes. You know what I mean? That being weird. So it was Cheapest, again, sort of in 87. It's not a bad one. You got to say, you got a porn star, Nasty J. Sad to say, she doesn't strip off. There's no bonking in it. Her acting, she's there. You know what I mean? She's there. It would have been nice to see her strip off. You do get a big rat thing, and I think rightly that jumps out and it bites her arm, and that's how she turns into one of the Cheapers. So basically, if you get bit, you get slime sprayed on you. You turn into one of these weird fucking monsters. So again, you know what I mean, it's science fiction, it's futuristic, it's apocalypse universe, horror film. If you ever want to look for Cheapers, a good hour of your time, check it out. It's a good hour of your time. Into them, be smart, be safe, and I'll do more movie reviews and more things on the way. Into them. See you later.